Gotham City glamour
He's a fag.
meets Tinseltown tomfoolery.
A fag.
It's the Frank DeCaro Show, featuring Doria Biddle.
A fag, the biggest.
Live from New York and Los Angeles on OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98.
It's Frank DeCaro live in New York City. Doria Biddle is at the Dinah. She is off at the Dinah Shore show. That's what I was going to say. The Dinah Shore lesbian weekend fun thing in Palm Springs. And Derek Hartley is filling in for her with giving his best. Oh, for Christ's sake, Frank.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Frank.
That was good. And I thought I'm wrangling the every gay I can get my hands on. Michael Billy is here with us.
You picked up another gay.
I did. I've got Crisco Disco right here. I've got a gay behind the board for a change, and I've got it's a gay gonadal fun thing.
I never get to be on gay stuff. I'm on a man's channel right now. A men's like mer channel.
What channel is that?
I'm on
Cosmo.
Stars 2. Cosmo. Yeah. I'm on Stars 2 every morning.
That's a man's channel?
Yeah, it's a men's channel. Me and Vinny's show, we talk about like sports and relationships, and I'm the gay guy.
You're the me.
I'm the what?
You're the me, Frank.
You, Frank, you are the me.
See, the whole thing, I kind of like that, although shouldn't it just be you and Vinny? Anyway, but the whole thing is, the title of the show is Me and Vinny, but the me is the listener.
Right.
See?
There you go.
It's not us, it's him and you.
You look boss.
I'm confused.
Like
I know, it's exhausting. I heard it in the promo.
The tagline of the show is, it's the Me and Vinny show where the me is you. And you have a voice. So the listener gets to have breakfast with us every morning. So we just chat.
Well, what do they do with us? They have breakfast, they have a wank, they do anything they want with
You're
ours.
brunch.
We're brunch.
Yeah,
well, they're
and
feeling a little randy and saying, I could do another load of laundry or I could lie here more. And they stay in bed.
Lying there more.
And let's face it, Frank, on our shows, the listeners are an afterthought. Not the reason they're there.
I always say this to Doria, I said, Dame Edna once said that a talk show is a monologue periodically interrupted by strangers. And that is the way I feel about it, okay? It's just me talking, basically. And I love when people say, do you have trouble filling 3 hours? And it's usually like, are you insane? I have trouble fitting it all in 3 hours. It's just usually. I mean, it's not that there's any content or it's about anything, but I could talk for 3 hours straight. That's easy.
Yeah, we say all the time, we have 35 minutes of show that we cram into 4 hours.
That's good. And
That's right.
That's about what it is.
And I always say 15 minutes of comedy spread out over 3 hours. And but I think you're giving them more value with 35 minutes. No, because 35 minutes is 35 minutes. I will say
half of that is Man Groomer Live reads from Romaine, so...
Look, she uses it more than we do, so it's perfect. Okay?
She uses it so much. It's exhausted. This poor thing, it's here.
She does it during the show.
There it is.
Yeah. And it says, this is Romaine. There's a Man Groomer here, and it says, this is Romaine's for use on hairy backs. As if somebody else is going to use it for something else.
Once in a while, if you have an itch on your cooch, you can get it in there. Look.
Yeah, see,
that's the end of that, Frank.
I don't get to do this. I really don't. I don't get to do it.
Yeah.
What? The Me and Vinny show doesn't do weird vibrator jokes?
No,
I thought it's for men.
Well, they do. They were going to call Derek and Ruin Me and Vagina. But anyway, that was going to be the
That's
thing,
where we got our name from.
Yeah, that was.
But Crisco was offended.
And that's what they say. Why is he thin? Because he's eating fruit. What did I have? I had a muffin the size of a bowling ball. He's like, I'll sit there and eat my fruit. And you've been eating that same freaking bowl of fruit for 2 hours now. Okay, he's like, I'll just pick it. It's so much. It's such.
He's
effort
doing
to
that
eat.
crazy X90 bullshit.
I am.
What
What is that?
Did you watch the infomercial?
It's on at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God, it's the best infomercial, Frank. You should TiVo it.
I'm only up to the Snuggie. I can't get further than that. Okay.
You can watch it on P90X.com.
Okay.
We just did 3 years, our 3-year anniversary, and we're done with the diets. We're done. We're enjoying cooking together. We're having a good time.
Your boyfriend.
My
and you.
boyfriend.
I thought you were talking me and Vinny.
No,
Congratulations.
No, my boyfriend and I, we did 3 years already, and it's not, and no more diets, no more, we're having a good time. We cook together now. Salmon and all these different dishes and whatnot. We're having a good time.
That's diet food.
I love it.
Do you and Jim cook together?
No.
That's
No, we do. He doesn't cook. You don't want Jim near your kitchen. You really don't.
Okay.
At holiday time a little bit, but you really don't, because it's and he's gonna get mad at me for telling the story again. But he
tell it.
He was making a little cookies and watching Friends, and he wasn't paying attention, and he saw a quarter, and he put a quarter of a cup of salt in it instead of a quarter a teaspoon of the salt. He put a quarter of a cup, and then he's like watching TV and stir, 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 and then they looked gorgeous because that is usually what happens to sneak. And then one fell, and he thought, "Oh, it broke. I should eat this one," and he did, and he said it was the most vile salt lick he'd ever tasted, and suddenly he had to throw away the whole batch.
That's good stuff.
But anyway,
Yeah,
so you don't want him near your kitchen.
Yeah, I tried to make like ginger snaps as a kid, and I think I put in like
small red-haired
equal
boy.
parts ginger and flour, and it was intolerable. The
Put in
cookies.
a cute little red-haired boy.
I was 8.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no, it was Ginger from Gilligan's Island. I ground her up,
There you go. And put her on the.
and she was
There's
delicious.
the joke. Thank you. I knew if we got around to it, we would figure it out. He put Ginger Grant in there.
I would tell you who played Ginger on
Tina
Gilligan's
Louise.
Island, but she'll sue us because she doesn't want to be identified with that character anymore.
Tina Louise she did not play Ginger Grant on that show. She was a very serious actress. How she ended up in Derek's Cookies, I don't know, but she was ground up and put in there, and no one has heard from her since. So there you go. Is that better? She
That
can't
was
sue
pretty
us for
good.
that.
You know what? I don't care if she sues us. Get out of your sick bed, Tina Louise, and sue
I'll
us.
get you whippersnapper, you bastard.
Put your mole back on and get out there and sue us.
Oh, that's just awful. I love when you're vicious. So anyway, Easter's coming up.
Easter's
we're talking
coming
about
up.
what we're going to do. Because I was like,
If
I'm
you'd
trying
like
to
to.
figure out what I want. He invited me to his house. 'Cause I don't have my Easter plans set yet. So I might just go hide at the house and clean closets. Because Jim is away. No, it's not because I don't need to.
Oh, we have good food. Yeah, come up to our place. I don't want to deal with my mother alone.
My
the
truth
mom
comes
is
out
very
now.
similar. The stories you've told very similar to your mother. So I feel like we can have a little osmosis.
My mother or my father, which is
Well, that's
which
true.
is worse? Do you like who do you like better?
Who do
No,
I like my mother
Tina Louise.
because
That's
she's
it.
a bitch. I like my mother. That's
Okay.
why.
My mother
Because she's
wasn't-
bitchy.
yeah.
That's why I like Tina Louise.
Bitchy and judgmental.
Not
Yeah.
that Dawn Wells. She's too nice.
It's just, well, she's my Jim's dealer now. It turns out there's a picture of Jim. I said this is Jim and his dealer, and it's Dawn. He had a picture with Dawn Wells.
So you coming? You got to come. Why not?
Let me
you don't have to
decide what I
commit
want
to
to
it.
do.
You're going to do that thing where you think about it.
But
Frank.
it's not like I'm not weighing offers. I'm weighing whether I'm going out.
Why don't you
It's not,
spend Easter with me, Frank?
Okay. No.
Do you know where I'm going? Do you want to know where I'm
Where are
going?
you going? Derek Hartley.
I'm going to go to the chocolate spa in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
No way. You're going to get a cocoa rub.
Yeah.
Oh my-
on
Now,
Easter?
now, which Easter would you rather have? Wrapped in chocolate like you're your own Easter bunny? Or Michael Billy and his crazy mother?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, my crazy mother's on
I
a
would
shelf.
go.
At least I know where she is all the time. It's easy. It's,
How about screw my mom and let's all go?
Let's all go
get
to
wrapped in
Hershey.
chocolate.
Woo, we're all going to wrap ourselves up. I'm going to get the peppermint patty, apparently. It's chocolate and peppermint, and they roll you in
Peppermint
it.
patty means a lesbian comes into a little freckle lesbian comes into your room and
Calls you
smacks you
sir.
around. Sir. No, that's Marcy does that.
I know.
But yeah, but they do. She'll rough you up a little bit. And that's the peppermint patty. She wears little Birkenstocks because the peppermint patty wore Birkenstocks.
Have
know.
you gotten the colonic yet, by the way?
No.
If you're talking
The
about
chocolate
spas,
colonic?
I'm right.
That would be confusing.
I know that club.
That special's called the Hershey Highway.
There
Is
you
what it
go.
is actually when you go to the hotel.
I'm
there.
really excited about it, and I want to do it. I found a place in New Jersey that does it. Have you ever? No,
not a Jersey colonic.
A Jer-
Oh my
I know,
No,
you
you
gotta
don't want to
do
get a
New York.
colonic in New Jersey.
No, you don't, right?
First of all, it's Manhattan. There have to be 97,000
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Let me just get the iPhone out, and I am sure if I just typed in colonic,
I'll go right
it would
away.
give me driving directions from here to the nearest colonic, which is probably I
Wait,
could walk.
you don't have the program where if you shake the phone, it tells you where you can get a colonic in the neighborhood? It does. It's all different. They do. You know, you
The
just
colonic shake?
You shake the phone and it
Yeah.
tells you whatever you put in your location. You know, and then you
Yeah.
shake the phone and it says, "Oh, you could try this colonic place or this colonic
Yeah.
place or this." It whatever neighborhood you're in, it does that.
Michael Billy, you live in the
I gotta
future.
get it. I know. I'm way behind, actually. I haven't even started twittering or tweeting.
I know.
No, you're not a
But what do I
tweeter.
do?
It's
But-
Twittering. Look,
You
whatever.
you tweet
You know what?
on
They're
Twitter.
twits. It's like the whole thing with the Mormon church where it was Moroni is the angel, but they're Mormons, not morons. Doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with the Twitterers are tweeters. No, they're twits. They're Twitters. That's what they
Could
are.
we be?
What do you do?
Could there be? Could we? Did somebody already buy Twatter? Because I think Twatter would be really funny. Wouldn't
There
that be
you go.
cute?
There
Be
you
gay
go.
Twitter, Twatter,
Snatch talk?
Snatch
Yeah.
Talk. It could be like.
Another
Guess
stranger.
whose pussy I saw today? ... Here on
Oh, my
Twatter.
God.
I think, oh, speaking of
The lesbians in China?
No, speaking of genital regions, yesterday I was talking about Hair opened on Broadway, right? And there've been all sorts of productions.
Literally.
It did. And some of them are naked, right? So anyway,
Yes.
but I always wanted to see the picture of Steven Weber naked. With his schwanz sticking out that somebody snuck in.
Yeah.
Might have been Billy Masters. I'm trying to think. Wait, who's the Tybo guy? That's not who I mean.
No.
I mean the guy from the website, who does
that's
the guy.
Billy Masters.
Him. I think he snuck a camera in. So anyway, it's a lovely picture. Well, one of our listeners, my buddy over at gaydailyhot.com, sent me over a picture of his Schwanzstucker. So last night we were out, and I had it on my iPhone, and I said, Jim said, oh, we should send it to Steven Weber. And I said, well, you have everybody's email address. What's his email? So I emailed Steven Weber a picture of his own dick because he claimed he had never seen the photo.
Right.
He's seen his penis because he's thin. He's not like me. So anyway, it's not like I think I have a penis. I haven't looked lately. I'm sure it's there. But he can see it, I think, in real life as opposed to using a mirror. So anyway, so I sent him his dick. And I told him how impressed we all were. And I said, as Chico once said to the man, looking good. Okay. So I sent him that note. So I got back a note from him today saying that, please, he said it was basically seeing that photo. He said he put it in the same category as photographs of women being stoned by the Taliban. Okay, that's what he said. He said, I beg of you to delete that immediately. Do not keep that around. And he said, and I don't want to disappoint you, but it doesn't always look that enticing. Okay?
Well, that was
so
very
he
nice
was
of him to say.
he was a little fluffed. So I thought, well, what could make him more uncomfortable? So I thought, so I sent back and I said, I understand. I said, but we took a vote and we were more surprised by your dorsal adorability. I thought, because he likes a little wordplay, right? So I said dorsal, because his ass looks fabulous. That's one picture. I see his dorsal adorability. And I said, and let me add, gay men will want to put their faces in the strangest places. So I wrote that back to him.
That's good wordplay.
I did. I made a rhyme for him. Sure. So anyway, so I sent that to Steven Weber, and then and I said, I said, P.S. Gay men are pigs, and I'm embarrassed to be their leader. Okay. Okay, that's fat. Right. I signed it fat.
Fat.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, so I sent it. So we'll wait and see what we get back. But that was the note that I said. But he was
a restraining order. That's where you're getting pranked.
No, he's adult. Steven Weber is so funny. He's just he's smart, and he couldn't be any cuter. And you want to put him in your mouth the moment you meet him. You're just like, please come here and let me suck on you.
Now, Frank, don't you have the iPhone app where you can put the picture of his cock on your phone and then shake it, and then it will show you the nearest cock that you can get?
No, it shows you three other celebrities from 80s and 90s TV shows whose dicks you can see on the net.
If you like this cock from Wings, you might also like this cock from 2.5 Men.
But every time I shake it, I get that picture of Laverne kissing Shirley or Shirley kissing Laverne in that episode of Airport 59 on the Airport 59 episode of Laverne and Shirley. God. You need to see that episode. She kisses her right on the mouth. So anyway, that's what I always get.
That's one of those like mafia death kisses. You know that because they hated each other's fucking guts.
Oh, I don't know. Well,
you don't know that?
No, I know they made up though.
Did they
okay
since then?
Well, since Penny became a longshoreman, yeah, I think they've kind of and Cindy is still cute. Yes, they've because Penny Marshall's a longshoreman now. She really does. Hi, yeah, she's hello. Oh my God,
yeah.
She could do a show on OutQ. Oh my God.
3 hours of mumbling.
Yeah, that could be.
It would be riveting. You'd spend the whole time deciphering it. It would actually have to be translated.
It would have a better through line than our show today. It really would, I have to say. But
you know what? I don't like a linear show. I like a scrambled mess.
Isn't it terrible though that I don't know what Lisa Arcella's phone number is?
Since she's been on your show every week for 5.5 years, whatever. Yeah.
I don't know her number. Doria has her number.
Well, I would think that she would call, like, is everything all right?
I'll get an email sooner or later. Adam in California, who is not Lisa Arcella, you're on with Derek Hartley and Michael Billy and Crisco Disco and me. Go ahead.
Hello, boys. Oh, my. Frank, I'll be more than willing to help you find your dick. Mm.
Oh, Adam, stop. If you can, you know what I say. If you can find it, you can suck it. That's it. It's a challenge.
Well,
it's a challenge, but if you can, but it's worth it. Okay. It's like, look, there it is.
I just want to say I just want to say that I love you guys. I love this show without the girls. Like, the girls always seem to rein in the craziness.
I know
and with
they
all
have
you
to.
boys, it's just so, I love it. I think all the shows should be like this.
Okay, let me just ask. Are you wearing pants now?
Right now?
Right this minute. Yes, okay. But earlier on in the show, I hear a voice that was not wearing pants sometime this morning. Okay, there was.
Well, I just got up for work, so I took off my kimono and I got ready for work.
I love that. Did you put the towel on over your hair? That's my favorite thing.
I do. I don't have a lot of hair, but I mean, I love feeling like I want to watch that man ride. I just have that whole song stuck in my head.
Adam, you sing into that hairbrush. You sing in that hairbrush and spread that gay. Okay, but be careful. Remember,
Thank you.
You know, like that line on Ugly Betty. Be yourself, but run fast. Okay, Adam, take care of yourself, Joe. Bye. Gayer than all three of us put together. Or four of us put together.
Unbelievable gay.
I love him.
Yeah,
He's put him on. Yeah, he can be on Twitter. That'll be good.
You know that billionaire who just paid to send himself into space the second time around? He did that so he could see Adam. Okay, and his gayness. All right.
That's a whole lot of gay all in one spot. Let's take a moment to say you're listening to the Frank DeCaro Show, featuring a gaggle of gays here on OutQ, Sirius 109 XM 98.
Because sequins are always correct.
Just like Sidney Bristow on Alias, I'll use my sexuality as a weapon.
It's the backless glamour of the Frank DeCaro Show. Live from New York and Los Angeles.
You are the worst gay bait ever.
Not today, I'm not, because I'm joined in studio by Mr. Crisco Disco and Derek Hartley filling in for the Doria Biddle, who's off at the Dinah. And then tonight...
Dinah.
What a lovely vagina.
Actually, maybe if there's something from actual Dinah Shore.
Wouldn't that be good? Yeah, we should do in honor of the girls being away.
Although Eric Rhodes kept calling it Dinosaur. Oh, he goes, that's a good idea for a lesbian weekend. Dinosaur weekend.
Oh, that's just nasty. I wouldn't.
Have you been to Palm Springs? It's the place to go to feel like chicken at any age.
I like Palm Springs. Anywhere that I feel like chicken is good. I know. And I don't mean a bucket of. I
feel young.
I like that.
I'm into it too.
I'm sorry, there is a lot to be said for someone old looking at you with that grateful, slurpy kind of, I would put you, when they look at you, I'd put you in my mouth in a minute kind of look. That's a lovely thing, I think. You know? And a lot of people, oh, God, why would you want somebody to, I think anyone that would want to put their mouth on you, I'm not saying you should let just anyone do it.
Sure.
But somebody who wants to do it, if that is a compliment, anyone who wants to put you in their mouth, okay, that's a lovely thing.
And let me tell you, it's like being carded. The older you get, the better it feels when it happens.
Yes.
Because it's rare. It gets rarer and rarer, and it's more and more delightful every time.
A friend of mine said to me recently, he said, are people cruising less on the subways, or just that I'm over 40 now, so no one cruises me? And I was like, and I said, no, it's that, I want to make him feel better. I said, no, the cruising is out. No one cruises on the subway.
Oh, yeah, because after centuries, cruising stopped when you turned 40.
They just did. It's not because he's over 40. It's that no one cruises anymore.
You're still going to get into heaven, Frank, even with that sweet lie.
I tried to make him feel better.
It's a sweet lie.
Sydney, or Sid in New York. I can't figure out which it is.
No, my name is Sydney.
Hey, Sydney, how are you, Tom?
I'm good. Hey, I just wanted to call and say thank you for being such a funny guy. I'm unemployed.
Oh,
right
you're
now,
welcome. So you guys you, Frank. Sorry.
You guys have made my day. And there's another gentleman in my life, too, by the name of Chris. He's out here in California, too. He has also made my life very wonderful since I've become part of the unemployment crowd.
Well, anyway, things will look up. Here's the way I think the best way to look at it, okay, is just remember that there's those of us who are not unemployed soon will be, okay? The way things are going, it's going to be fun. We'll take the photo. It'll look like the Dust Bowl photographs. We'll all stand there. We'll all hold the pitchfork. I'll wear a cute outfit. It'll be nice. But Sydney, there's so many folks out of work. So anyway, hang in there because you know why it's going to get better? Because it fucking has to, Sydney. It sucks right now. Okay? Anyway, lots of love to you. And remember, there's lots of, just keep your chin up. There's joy to be found everywhere. There really is. What the hell am I saying? But it's true. I do think that you just take small little pleasures.
Thanks, Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Your son will come out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And redo your living room and tell you your drapes are tacky.
Yeah. I hope you're listening, Chief Justice John Roberts.
Oh, wait, another one?
Did you not see his
I don't
little
know.
gay sign?
Sweetie, you know that. I don't know anything who these people are. If they're not, if it's not, like my whole thing is I'm obsessed with that Christina Aguilera did a version of Falling in Love Again, that Marlene Dietrich song, you know?
Why would Christina Aguilera do that?
It was the end of The Spirit, that movie, The Spirit, you know?
Okay.
And so that's what it was. Thank God someone is on the ball here. Wait a minute. Let's quickly go to the phones. Lisa Arcella.
Hey.
Thank God you knew enough to call us. Because we're stupid. You don't want to. Oh, Lisa, you don't want to know what it's like with Doria gone. Oh my, Lisa, it's crazy.
He's like
you had abandoned me.
No, it's like a Frank with his head cut off.
Oh, it's just, I am, and that's Derek Hartley. I don't know if you know Derek, but he's lovely, and he does a hugely popular show on OutQ called the Derek and Romaine Show.
Almost fat, yo.
And now you're here. And Lisa, so what's doing in the pages of In Touch magazine?
Oh, we've got so much doing in the pages of In Touch magazine that will make you smile. I heard you giving your little Mary Sunshine speech.
Yes, I was trying. I think when you tell somebody, don't worry, someday we'll all be unemployed, is really, I think that makes people feel better.
That's probably
somehow.
true.
Yeah, it's probably true. That's the sad part of it. But yeah.
Well, anyway, for this week, I'm employed still at In Touch. So our cover is the Octomom, and we're examining whether she's the loving mother or the mom from hell.
Can't she be both?
She is a little of both, I think. We've got some exclusive photos of the new babies, so if you're into that, you got to check it out. There are a lot of
nude babies or new baby?
New
baby. Oh, thank God. Okay, worried about that. What's going on in that magazine?
We've got 6, and that were there were 2 at the time that weren't home yet, and I think one has come home, one is still in the hospital. So. There's a lot of fighting between her and Gloria Allred.
And sanity.
Fighting against sanity, yes. Yeah, I mean, who can imagine this? But there's a lot of questions coming up about whether or not she's a fit mother, and Gloria Allred is claiming that she only interacts with these kids when there's a camera there. And then as soon as the camera's done, the kid goes back to the crib or to the caretaker, and that's the last she interacts with them. So she's actually advocating for these kids to go into foster care, and Nadia is saying that's not true, and the people that Gloria Allred brought into the house are spying on her, and lots of drama. The house is in constant state of chaos.
Well, I like that's the first thing the Octomom has done that I sort of approve of. She's just like, ugh, the cameras are off. Get this ugly little thing away from me. Okay, that's the first thing. That's the first thing I found out about her. That I was like, okay, maybe she's a little normal there. Okay, good.
She's got 14, who's gonna be hanging on her all the time. So,
that's Michael Jackson's dream, but nobody else's. That's yucky. 14. Ugh.
Yeah, there's 6 from before, and then now these 8. So, yeah, she's got her hands full, but she's, getting help. And
I don't even want 14 brownies, let alone 14 children.
You know what?
Oh
my dad and his stepwife, or his wife, I should say, my stepmother. You know what? She really is a stepwife. I'm going to be honest. They have 12 kids between the two of them, and we range in age from 15 to however old I am now, and it is outrageous.
Yeah, that's spread out.
And that's a lot. And I have to tell you, the adults are a lot to handle. I can't even imagine if they were all babies once. Look, I just have to say this about the Octomom. I've trashed her on my show so many times, my throat is dry just thinking about it. But I think that she epitomizes the worst, darkest corner of America, which is this lottery mentality that all of your problems will be solved by winning millions of dollars spontaneously or getting a reality show or whatever it is, that these things happen to people that don't require any work, that they just magically are plucked from their terrible circumstances. And I think that, by having 8 embryos suddenly inside her, she's like, I've hit the jackpot at the casino, and now all the coins are going to roll in.
Well, you know what? But, I mean, that is sort of what's happening to her. She's making appearances all over the place. We've heard from a source that Bravo is working with her on show.
Shame to everybody who gives her any money.
Yes.
And I know she made not from these pictures, but she sold pictures to the British newspapers that she made a ton of money.
Of course she did.
So I don't know. It's fine for now, but 5 years from now, are people going to still be interested? I don't know.
Well, no, because the kids are going to be unattractive. But I have to say this, Lisa Arcella from In Touch Weekly, is that the thing with her is that she was offered help, like child care, from this nonprofit agency in Los Angeles, and she turned it down because she wanted to do a reality show about what a burden it was for her to raise all these children alone. And that just says that she is a terrible mother, because it is more important to her to be on a reality show than to actually have her children taken care of by quality trained professionals, obviously not her and her puffed up crazy duck lips.
Well, I mean, you have to question her level of sanity right from the get-go.
Well, just when you see her face.
Yeah.
It's like two of me, Lisa, isn't it?
It's terribly in stereo.
It's true. It's like she's got two gays going, and then, yes.
Well, on to a better-looking woman. Angelina Jolie, which,
Same lips, different woman. Okay, go ahead.
Same lips, but yes. Apparently, she is worried about Brad's new co-star. Brad is making a movie with Natalie Portman.
Well, another home wrecker, that one. Yeah, it's a taste of her own medicine. Good for her.
Well, I don't know. Has Natalie got a reputation for being a home wrecker?
I think she is. I think she's got not like Winona, because Winona Ryder would break up anybody. She didn't care,
Yeah.
But,
well, that's, of course, the interesting thing for, the tables being turned on this situation here, because during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that's when Angelina walked off with Brad.
Right, and so she's worried it could happen again. It could happen.
It could happen again. And apparently, Natalie is the younger version of Angelina in many ways. So.
And she's Princess Amidala. Right? I mean, that's...
royalty.
Yes, no, it's true. Can Angelina say that? I mean, Angelina might be Lara Croft, but it's not the same thing.
I don't think that Angelina Jolie has anything to worry about, and let me tell you why.
Uh-oh.
I saw that Natalie Portman in the Shakespeare in the Park production of The Seagull with Meryl Streep. Mm-hmm. And first of all, incredible. But second... the whole thing about The Seagull, it's all about this writer, in this case was Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's dating a young actress, Natalie Portman, vacant. And then his mother is also an actress, and the mother comes to visit, and she's obviously older. She's losing her grip. And then she finds out that her son is in love with a younger actress who could be both replacing her in his heart and in jobs. And she wants to take that bitch down. And let me tell you, the moment that the two of them got on stage together, the play fell apart, because there was no competition between the breathtaking and incredible Meryl Streep and the non-existent Natalie Portman. And I have to say that compared to Angelina Jolie, who, let's face it, is a white-hot ball of crazy, I don't think that she has anything to worry about with Brad Pitt's attention going to Natalie Portman, who's just barely there.
Yeah, but after a while, normal starts to look exotic after you've dealt with Miss Wackadoo and her 82 children.
He is more deeply invested in Angie now than he was when they first met. He is all in. He has pushed all the chips into the center of that table. They're going off a cliff together.
I'm scared. I hope you're right for marriage's sake, or not marriage, for the relationship's sake. But
I don't know, because there's rumbles that she wants to adopt again. And,
adopt Natalie Portman, and you get two birds with one stone. Perfect.
Solve all the problems.
She's happy. He's happy. It works out beautifully.
Like Roseanne and Tom Arnold. Remember that with the assistant? They adopted her or something. That was weird.
Way to go. And a million gay people before them who did that in the 50s. Anyway, go ahead.
And we also have a story about Britney, and she's of course on tour, and then there's now questions coming up about how she's doing and whether she is okay. Apparently, in one of the shows in Washington, D.C., she was yelling over and over again, "Merry Christmas" to the crowd.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And, it was March 24th.
Was she showing her vagina again? Because that could have been a coded message.
Because she didn't know she tore, her outfit tore, and she said, my pussy was hanging out. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did. She thought the microphone was off, and it wasn't.
Well, the scary part was that it was hanging out. Anyway.
Oh, I don't remember buying bunny slippers.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Thanks, Joan
Rivers, thank you.
Well, apparently she's exhausted, and she had brought the kids on tour with her so she could have them near her, but then they can't be with her all the time, and then she has to fly to see them, and it's all very stressful. And she's
is she exhausted and dehydrated? Because you all know that the next thing after that is you're not wearing a shirt and you're waving a gun in the middle of an intersection.
Yeah, well,
they'll have pictures in In Touch if that's what's next.
In Touch is they've been waiting for this to happen.
Of course, come on.
They'll slap the glass of water right out of her. Stop it! Don't drink that. We need to see what happens. No.
Are you fans of Heidi and Spencer?
I like Spencer Tracy and Heidi Klum, yeah, but I don't think they're together.
I'm fans of Spencer Pratt not wearing a lot of clothing.
Okay.
Who's Spencer Pratt? Is that who we're talking about?
They were from the Hills, Heidi and Spencer.
Okay.
They have this whole thing. Are they married, not married?
Right. Well,
does anyone know?
What our story is, apparently, they have a deal with another magazine, and they have been paid $200,000 to do 4 covers. It's a little inside poop here. They've been paid for $200,000 to do 4 covers. They've done 3 already, and one was the fake marriage. I don't know if you saw that a couple of months ago, where they, allegedly ran off to Mexico and got married, which later turned out to be a complete fake. Well, apparently, the next thing that they're doing is the fake breakup. So apparently, the story's already been written, and now that we've outed this, I don't know that they're going to go through with it. But then the cover was already worked on, and this is all part of their deal. So
actually, they went off to Mexico and got a chalupa. That was the first one.
Yeah, I think that's what actually happened.
And then the breakup issue is actually they were on the phone to each other, and he said, "I'm breaking up," and that was it. And then so that was what this one's. It's not that big a story for that other magazine.
They were actually there shooting a cameo in Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2, Return to Ensenada,
and it broke up. That was it. Yeah,
they're kind of pretend to be sort of regular people, but look how much money they're making.
Well, first of all, okay, that's ridiculous. What I don't understand is they can't possibly need the money at this point, because doesn't Lauren Conrad have like 9 lines of clothing on QVC and some crazy jewelry and crap?
Her last line of clothing, it failed. I think nobody was buying it. So it's supposedly coming out, rebranding somehow, and coming out with, I don't know. But, this is their 15 minutes of fame, so they're going to milk it for everything.
Let them talk.
Right? Tick-tock.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
The Hills could be a bra line. The Hills would work,
I hope the Hills...
Never mind.
I hope the Hills are alive.
For Christ's sake, Frank.
For Christ's sake, Frank.
I'll do it
I
myself.
hope the Hills
Thank
are alive and swallow them whole.
Okay. Thank you. There you go. Who else you got for us, Lisa Arcella, in Touch magazine?
You know that Jennifer Aniston and John Mayer broke up.
Yes.
And he apparently can't shut up about the whole thing. And he's a little bit desperate for attention.
Well, hasn't he been on his Mayercraft cruise?
Yes, and he dressed like a gopher.
And but shorts. He wore hot pants. Did you see the picture? And he's cute. Okay, this is my problem. I like the look on him. It kind of turned me on a little bit.
He's cute. I like that John Mayer. He's cute, and he's kind of obnoxious in these relationships, and he doesn't pretend like he's not.
Well, there's. All I'm going to say is this: we have a story coming out next week that maybe his relationships are pretend.
Really? Jennifer Aniston have a relationship purely for publicity? That seems impossible.
Well, I mean, he might not be interested in girls.
Frank's only question is he interested in Frank?
Hot pants? No, because I thought he was wearing hot pants and epaulettes. And usually those two together, it took me right back. It was like suddenly it was a production number with the Ritchie family in 1979. I was so excited. I saw him
in the Borat bathing suit.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he ping for you? He doesn't ping for me. But I can't tell anymore.
He did sniff that banana hammock that man threw him at the concert.
Well, Perez Hilton claims that they had a makeout session once. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know what? This is what I have to say, because Perez Hilton is a dear old friend of mine. So I have to say this. Making out with Perez Hilton, if you're a man, says straight more than gay, because I don't think any gay guy would touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Uh-oh.
He did. We did bump bellies once when he was at his heaviest before he lost all his weight. We had to pass each other in a row in a theater at Outfest, and he lifted up his shirt and we did a belly bump, and I had a nice time.
Yeah, I knew him when he was thin and named Mario. Those were good times.
I was thin and named Mario Lopez for a while, but that was those
were good times, Frank.
Oh.
I loved you on the other half.
The other half.
The other half of the cheesecake.
I said, "Are you going to finish?" It was called "Are you going to finish the other half?" That was the name of it. Okay, that was the name of it. Oh God, Lisa, give us one more goodie before we're done.
Well, we've got a big story on how Lindsay is ruining her looks. She's only 22, but she looks like she's 59.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lindsay.
She's Lindsay Lohan. She's rolling those dice the hard way. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a
Snake
lot
eyes.
of
That's what she's got.
from whatever she's doing in her spare time, but also she's done a lot of sun damage to her face, according to experts, and we've got some pictures. She smokes, and
Charles Pierce, the legendary drag queen, God rest his soul, used to say, "Darling, it's moisturizer or wood filler." Okay. That's it.
Well, Lisa, you can quote my beauty tip to Lindsay Lohan, which is she needs to rent an old copy of Gremlins and follow the Gremlins rules. Don't go in the sunlight, don't eat after midnight, and don't get wet.
Works.
she might melt.
That's how you stay looking good for a long time, and you don't turn into a gremlin.
Okay, well, I'll work on that myself.
Perfect. So, Lisa, who's the cover again?
The cover is The Octomom, Loving Mother or Mom from Hell.
Oh, and you didn't do 8 different covers because that would just be annoying.
No, we've got Brad and Angelina and The Bachelor on the cover too. But,
okay, good, because sometimes that's too TV guide to do 8 different covers.
No, we don't do that stuff. Hey, can I give a shout out to my friend May who's listening in New Hampshire?
Who is it?
My friend May. She loves you, thinks you're very funny.
Thank May. A big shout out from all of us here at the Frank Show, and especially Lisa Arcella. And thank you for listening to our show. And Lisa, I got to get a plug in to you as well. You've got to watch. It's a brand new, the big premiere of a web series of animated shorts, and it's called The Confirmed Bachelors. And I happen to play Mr. Keith, the hairdresser. Oh. And it was created by your friend and mine, Mr. Jim Colucci, and his writing partner, Bonnie Dat. And you can see it on YouTube. So tell everyone to go
YouTube.
and see it.
I absolutely will.
So anyway, and there's a hairdo in it that I create that you're going to want. That's all I'll say. So make sure you
I want your current hairdo.
Oh, you don't want my current hair. No, trust me. But I play a thin blonde. Okay, so
wow.
It's yes. So
ripped from the headlines.
I was just I need to return the outfit because I'm stretching it. Anyway, Lisa, lots of love to you. Thanks for being with us and for being the only one with any smarts to be able to call us instead of us calling you. And
brother, you're in trouble.
Don't tell Doria, I beg of you. All right. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks because I'm off next Friday. Lots of love to you. Happy Easter, too.
You too.
All right. Take care, sweetie. Thanks for being with us. You're listening to The Frank Show featuring the lovely Derek Hartley here on OutQ, Sirius 109 XM 98.
On the next Morning Jolt.
I got the best way to start your week. He's young, talented, gorgeous, and when he's got a British accent. Dominic Cooper is going to be with us on Monday's Morning Jolt to talk about his brand new movie, The Escapist. Should be a lot of fun. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
The Morning Jolt with Larry Flick, 7 a.m. East, 4 West on OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98.
Now, the makers of Rita Mae Brown and Served Seafood Sausages present the brunch time fun of the Frank DeCaro Show, featuring Doria Biddle on OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98.
Yes, Doria Biddle is not in the house, but Derek Hartley is. The star of Derek and Romaine has switched places for one day only. He is here in place of Doria, and Doria is the D in DNR tonight. It's going to be Doria and Romaine live from the Dinah. The Dinah Shore weekend is going on right now. The lesbians are running amok in Palm Springs, as they are wont to do, because they are the gay men of the aughts. They really are. The gay men, lesbians are what gay men were in the 70s. Lesbians are just there having such a good freaking time. They're like, yay, let's do it. Anyway, they're just a naughty group, and I love them all. Anyway, now that they don't hate me. Only some of them hate. Only the politically correct ones hate me.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Frank.
Thank you. Anyway, and Doria. All right, let's go to the phone. CR in Pennsylvania, you're on the Frank Show. Crank CR for me. Hey, doll, there you are.
Hey, Hey, I watched The Confirmed Bachelors. I thought it was great. Oh, my God, it's genius. If they ever make a live-action version, get Paul in Massachusetts to play the Mr. Keith, because he's thin, blonde, and is a hairdresser.
It's true. He said that I'm playing him. He's already admitted that. Isn't that a fun thing?
Geez. And I hear you're coming to Philly on Sunday. Who knows? Maybe I'll come down.
It's Butch's party, and all the information. Thank you for reminding me.
I will definitely come down. If I can, I will. And, Frank, right now I have to go out and get more clown makeup and some ammunition so I can go out on a...
I don't want to spoil the surprise. Anyway, see, really,
I'm so worried.
Yeah, no. Anyway, because he's going to go out on something, and it's just I worry, because
on a limb.
I don't want to spoil. If CR is planning something, I don't want to ruin it. And I think he likes me enough. I don't think he's turned on me, so I don't think I have to worry that he'll come to Philadelphia and I'll be on the other end of the bullet. But we'll see. So anyway,
you never know.
You never know. I think if anyone kills me, it'll be Doria. I really do. I think that's what I have to fear most is Doria.
Does she have to lift a finger? It's not happening.
She works hard.
She does, but she's not like, fly all the way to New York, lift a finger, put it on a trigger. Sounds like too much trouble to get rid of you.
Yes. Tori in D.C., you're on the Frank Show.
Oh, hi, Tori.
Darling, why does Doria sound so much less manly today?
I know. She's
She sounds surprisingly feminine and light and amusing compared to her normal vile personality.
You too, Tori.
And what Tori means by that, Derek, is you're pretty.
I am pretty. Thank you, Tori.
Derek is the captain of my skincare regime. I have been following the Hartley method for several months now, and all I can say is I've seen great improvement in my skin tone. I resemble now a young boy of 18.
Yeah, I'm going to do an infomercial.
You should do it.
I should
do it.
Follow
you should do it. Run for Congress and do an infomercial. I think those are two things you will sell at.
He's following
Maybe a congressional infomercial.
He's following in the footsteps of his mother, Mariette Hartley. Okay,
we're not at all related.
Well, it's a wonderful show. It's a nice contrast to have, sort of a nice feminine breach in the DeCaro show.
Thank you. We tried, Tori. Thanks so much for your call. It's a real pleasure.
Don't even try, Frank.
It hurt my nuts to say that.
Mine too.
That's it. I gotta go now.
Love you, boys.
All right, bye, baby.
Bye.
Oh, Tori. It's Tori. Tori. That's how she spells it. Not like John Dory, like that fish. It's Tori.
I almost said goodbye to Doria, but then I was like, no, we're talking to Doria. We were talking about Doria.
I said goodbye to Doria this morning when she had that smile on her face. Hey, I didn't do that. Anyway, let's go to the phones. Trucker Glenn in Florida, you're on the Frank and Derek Show.
So disturbed.
Oh, great show, guys. Very good.
Yes,
I love it. I told Greg not to go to Palm Springs. I need that address. He's not going to have a good time. I'm in Florida. What's the address in California? I'm going there and get him out of there.
Just go to Palm Springs and say.
He's not going to have a good time.
Okay, do what I do when I drive in. You get to the gate when you get to Palm Springs, and the guard will ask you who are you. And say, "Where the dike's at?" That's what you say. That's what I always say. Say, "Where the dike's at?"
And please, Frank drives to Palm Springs and he never gets out of the outlet mall outside of town.
Yeah, there's that too.
It's fantastic.
It's a very good show. I love it.
All right, take care, Chuck. Big kiss to you. Thanks a lot. Where the dike's at? That's what you say when we roll down. Wouldn't that be fun if you're like a big surly lesbian and roll down the window? Okay, where the dike's at?
Where the
dike's at? Anyway,
I haven't watched Blazing Saddles in a while. Thanks for reminding me. Have you ever seen such cruelty in your life?
That makes Jim laugh. What does it say about my boyfriend that watching old women get beaten up makes him laugh and laugh and laugh?
Blazing Saddles is a fucking funny movie.
It's true. I love it too.
I love that movie.
I adore that. Someday, I say this all the time, someday I'm going to have a TV show. Okay? Again. My own show.
Again.
But no, my own show this time. Finally. I know I walked off with I've Got a Secret, but nevertheless, it wasn't my show. So
and your big Oscar special, I always loved, Frank.
Okay.
Those were yours.
Someday they'll promote it with. I did have my own show. Why am I so unhappy then?
I don't know, Frank.
I don't know either. Now that you remind, I have had my own TV show.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Frank.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Frank. So anyway, someday I'm going to have a billboard right in Boys Town, in Boys Town in New York, right with the Chelsea, and in Boys Town in Chicago, and
West Hollywood,
the Castro, a billboard and the Castro, and it's going to be me dressed as Dom DeLuise from Blazing Saddles, and it's going to say, watch me faggots. Okay? And then the time of the show. Okay? The Frank DeCaro show. I want that so bad. If I were to get a talk show on this, here's why I won't get a talk show on one of the gay channels or anywhere else. Is because I really, Jim said, you wouldn't really want that. I was like, yes, I really would want that on the billboard. I think they'd be hysterical. I would do that in a heartbeat. Watch me fag. And then it would get news. People would be like, how can you put that on the billboard? Because it's funny. And it's claiming it's taking something back. And more than that, it's just I get a chance to dress. And all that fake politically correct bullshit stuff. It's, I get to dress like Dom DeLuise. And
that's one of my favorite parts of the movie. And by the way, it's him stomping his foot while he says it is what makes that line for me.
Watch me faggots. Anyway, you have to.
It makes the line for me.
Because it doesn't. It's true. It makes me really. And I love when he's. You know when the little really winky, the little pussy little one is banging on the big guy's chest, and then he's like, "Oh, I love you," or whatever, and they walk off together. That's so sweet. It's kind of like
you terrible brute.
And then what do? They go home and have sex. So it's not. So even though at the time we're like, I can't believe they used the F word. It's just terrible. Now you watch it and you're like, yeah. And then they went home with each other. So what the hell do you care? It's like.
The movie is offensive all the way through to everyone. So when the gays get it at the end, it's like, oh, they remembered to include us in their offensiveness.
Thank you.
I'm not at all offended.
I mean, yeah, because you kind of, where are you going to, I think if you're going to start, I think African Americans get the first spot for who could be most of it. But it's hysterical.
The movie is hysterical. It's a very, very funny movie, that Blazing Saddles.
And, Mel Brooks, I just think when he goes, day's darker than VR. It's like, okay, I'm watching a Yiddish Indian making a racist comment. Okay, knock yourself out. There we go. So anyway, we have to take a moment, don't we? You're listening to The Frank Show on AccuSirius Sirius 109 XM 98. Hey, hang on during the break. We'll cut right to you.
990. Between snack period and lunch.
Would you like a drink? I know I would.
Cue the fat with Frank DeCaro at 866-305-OUT-Q.
Our show we're fortified with extra gay today. We really are. Derek Hartley is here filling in for Doria Biddle. She's going to be doing the Derek and Romaine show tonight, which is actually the Doria and Romaine show tonight. So it's still DNR. They didn't have to change the towels, but that's it. Let's get right to your calls. Rick in Kansas City. Sorry to make you hold so long. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to say I'm loving on both of you guys a lot today. I love Doria, but you guys are making this a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I did see the web special Mr. Colucci put together, and that was pretty
Confirmed Bachelors.
And, and that was very good. I enjoyed that way a whole lot. Tell Mr. Colucci did a great job.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
Frank.
Say what?
Great on that, Frank.
Oh, thank you. And is the hairdo I create? I think it's pretty. I'm very excited about that. So
I won't spoil the name, but that was hysterical. I laughed my ass off.
Well, I'm good. Thank you. The Confirmed Bachelors on YouTube. Please watch it now. I need to get my boyfriend to sell a series. Okay, I really do, and it's not for lack of trying. He's really good and puts it out there. So anyway, all right, Rick, I got to get to this
home in bed.
Oh, stop it, Andre in Long Island. Is this on? Andre.
It's Headley. Anyway.
Go ahead,
I just
quick.
wanted to say, this has been the best show all fucking week. Thank you, because I've had such a shitty morning with my asshole boss going, where's this one piece of paper from 2 weeks ago? You can't find it? Look in these 20 fucking filing cabinets.
Andre, I think you should be the boss of your own asshole. That's my thought, okay? I really don't think you should let anyone be the...
Are your TPS reports late?
His asshole boss. Can you imagine an asshole boss if someone is like... Maybe your boyfriend could be your asshole boss,
It's the only asshole boss anybody's looking for.
Thank you. Carrie Ann, hello. You're on the Frank Show.
Hi.
How are you, darling? Follow that up. I know it's dirty. Go ahead. She was calling. She's got a catalog order. Anyway.
No.
No, what?
Hi, I'm calling because I know that, Frank, your partner, Jim, went down for the guiding light thing.
Yes.
And now it's being canceled, and I'm so upset because of the Olivia and Natalia story.
I know. We're really bummed about that. I told him, I said, write it for somebody, because now they're not going to write it for that. I said, write it for, because, it's a long lead magazine. So I said, you should definitely do it for, like a newspaper or something, So we'll see. But he got a nice trip to Florida out of it. So
that's
that was
nice.
good.
I am sad about Guiding Light going off the air after 72 years. I remember the first episode like it was yesterday. Oh, what?
Boy, that Botox was working well. Carrie Ann, take care of yourself. Big honkin' kiss to you. And to the people we're calling now, it's time for the news. You can't call now, but call right back because we need to fill in one more hour, and then we're going to go. And
right around here, around the eyes. Okay.
just a little spackle, and we're home free. Anyway, so call back after the news. We love you. News is next, and we'll continue with Derek Hartley. And poor Bob Saget, that's all I can say, is going to be joining this crazy mess later on in our show. And Crisco Disco, twist our knob so oh, it hurts a little.
We're not here to stay. We're on a shore.
Celebrating 5 years as America's only radio station for the LGBT community. This is OutQ, Sirius 109 XM 98.
From the OutQ newsroom, I'm Tim Curran with these gay community headlines. Before the Iowa Supreme Court ruled same-sex marriage legal Friday morning, a legislative leader in the state Senate said that it's exceedingly unlikely the legislature will deal with the issue of gay marriage this year. Senate Majority Leader Michael Gronstal told reporters on Thursday that procedural rules would block introducing new legislation so late in the session. The Council Bluffs Democrat estimates the session will end within 2 weeks. Although many Republicans have been outspoken in their criticism of gay marriage, House Minority Leader Craig Paulson didn't seem eager on Thursday to push lawmakers to take up the issue. Paulson says lawmakers need to focus on putting Iowans back to work and balancing the state budget. Vermont's House of Representatives approved a bill to legalize gay marriage on Thursday night, but came up just short of the support needed to override Governor Jim Douglas's promised veto. As Lisa Keene reports, pro-gay state lawmakers do have some time to try and win over a handful of votes.
The Vermont House voted 95 to 52 to approve a bill that will allow same-sex couples to marry. The bill passed the Senate last week, but the state's Republican Governor Jim Douglas has announced he will veto the measure. The Senate passed its bill by a veto-proof margin, but the House vote Thursday night was just 5 votes shy of what supporters need to override the veto. But supporters of the measure still have time to come up with those 5 votes, and that's what they plan to do. The House debate Thursday was filled with passionate, emotional, and personal stories from both straight and gay legislators and from both supporters and opponents. The vote on the overall bill was foreshadowed early in the evening when the House voted 52 to 96 against an amendment seeking to delay action on the measure until the state could hold a referendum to get voters' opinions. That amendment was also tried in the Senate last week and failed. The House will take a final vote on Friday morning and then send the measure back to the Senate for agreement on some minor amendments. The votes to override the veto will likely come early next week. Lisa Keene, OutQ News.
The parents of an Ohio teenager who killed himself are suing his school district for failing to protect him from severe bullying. Marshall McPeak has more on that story.
William and Janice Mohat say their 17-year-old son Eric was called a variety of anti-gay names, pushed, shoved into lockers, and even hit. They say he was so mercilessly bullied by his high school classmates that he shot and killed himself. They filed a lawsuit against the school district in Mentor, east of Cleveland, earlier this week. Mentor High School is one of the largest in the state. The suit says the abuse often happened in front of a teacher, an athletic coach, whom the parents say failed to protect the boy. 3 other students from Eric's class, 2 boys and a girl, also committed suicide in 2007. The parents say those 3 were also the targets of bullying. ABCNews.com reports that the parents are not looking for compensation. Instead, they want the school to recognize their son's death as bullycide, and they want the school to create an effective anti-bullying program. They say the one in place now is ineffective. The school district wouldn't comment on the specifics of the lawsuit, but did deny it has a bullying problem and says the suicides were not connected to bullying. For OutQ News, I'm Marshall McPeak in Columbus.
A civil rights complaint is being filed against the New Jersey Glen Ridge Country Club for allegedly initially denying a gay couple full membership benefits. Michael Norton claims he asked if the 115-year-old club would extend married member benefits to his partner, Stuart Grossman. Norton alleges an email informed him of a club rule that Grossman would be treated as a guest. The Glen Ridge Country Club calls the dispute a misunderstanding, but the New Jersey Division of Civil Rights is now investigating. I'm Tim Curran, OutQ News.